and in this section we will see how to write application programs based on client server. Just remember the concept of socket here, and with the help of sockets we are able to write program working on application layer. As we can see in this figure, the position of the socket is the end of the application layer and the other end is the end of the transport layer. That is, it is a door between transport layer and the application layer. And there will be a socket at the client side as well as at the server side. Then there are two different types of transport layer protocols. One is TCP protocol and another is UDP protocol. So we have two types of socket, UDP socket and TCP socket. Here in this video, we will study the socket programming with UDP sockets. This is what the question to write an application program which reads a line of characters from the keyboard and sends the data to the server side. Then the server receives the data and converts it into uppercase. Then the server sends back the modified data, that is uppercase characters, to back to the client. Then the client receives the modified data and displays it on the screen. Let's see. The socket programming with UDP, you must remember some points regarding UDP. UDP is a connectionless protocol. What does it mean is there is no handshaking between sender and the receiver. As we know, handshaking is the procedure which is the first step for establishing a connection, and once the connection is established, it will last for a period of time till the data transfer finishes. But in case of UDP, there is no concept of handshaking. Sender explicitly attach the destination IP address and the port number to each packets. So the receiver at the receiving side, it extracts the IP address and the port number from the received packets. The UDP transmitted data may be lost or received out of order. These are the drawbacks of UDP, and some application programs are working under UDP where we have no reliability is ensured and no guarantee of delivery of packets, and the received packets may be out of order also. UDP provides unreliable data transfer of group of bytes, that is datagrams, between client and the server. This figure explains the flow diagram of client-server socket interaction in UDP mode. Server is always on and in the listening mode. Server creates a socket with the arguments AF INET and SOC dgram. Client also creates a similar socket. AF INET represents address family and SOC dgram represents socket of type datagram. Both these must be common to both server and the client. Once the clients want to execute a program which translates the lowercase letters to uppercase letters, it starts reading from the keyboard and it sends the data with server IP address and the port number. This together makes a socket address, and this will send to the client socket. Client socket means the client socket and the server socket both are actually sharing the common socket. That is, here it is a variable server socket and at the client side it is a variable client socket. But both are of similar and both are sharing the common location also. So once the client writes the data to its port, it is possible for the server to read from the same socket. So once the data writing is finished, it will be read by the server and the data will arrive at the server side. Once the data is available to the server, then it will translate it into uppercase and return the modified data to the client. Similar to the previous communication, here the server writes to its server socket along with the client address and the port number. Then it is possible for the client to read from the same socket, and once the modified data is arrived at the client side, the program terminates and the socket of the client is terminated. But server is still on and it is not closing, that is waiting for another request. Here is the Python code from the UDP client. The first statement is include statement, that is from socket import star is the library socket which is imported into our program so that we are able to use the functions under the socket module. Then this is constant server name and server port address. Then client creates a socket and the socket constructor is used for creating the socket, and the arguments are AF finite address family and sock underscore dgram. Finally, it creates a socket and store into the variable client socket. A raw input is a method for reading the data from the keyboard. Input lowercase sentence, this is just a print statement, and the message returned by the keyboard is stored into the variable message, and this message has to be sent to the next step is to send the read message into the socket. So the method used for writing is sent to, with arguments what is the message to be sent and to where the message has to be sent. This is the socket address. Socket address is a combination of server name and port address, or IP address and port address. Then after writing the data to the socket, next server returns the modified message that is converted into uppercase. This has to be read by the client, and the method used for reading is receive from, and 2048 is the port address from where the data is read by the client. Then the modified message is printed and it stops, close the socket. Here is the Python code from, here is the server program similar to UDP client. It also imports the socket module, also sets the integer variable server port to 12,000, and also creates a socket of type sock underscore dgram. It represents the UDP socket. And the next line is that is only seen in the server side. It is not there in the client side. And the bind method, assigns the port number 12,000 to the server socket. When anyone sends a packet to port number 12,000 at an IP address of the server, then the packet will be directed to this socket. So after binding, the server enters into an infinite loop while one. This while one followed by a colon is there, that is a part of the syntax, and this is an infinite loop. These three statements are inside the while loop. Instead of the curly bracket in Java and C program, we use an indentation for representing the messages that is inside the while loop. Then servers start reading from the server socket with using the method recv from, and 12,048 means 2k, that is 2k bytes of data is received from the socket, and the data is stored into the variable message, and there will be the IP address and the port address, that is a socket address of the client, also will be there inside these 2k bytes of information. So these two variables will get the value, that is this will return a two tuple record, and it will be respectively assigned to the message and the client address. So the client address from where the message is arrived, that will be there in the client address. Then the next duty of the server is to convert it into uppercase, and it will be performed using the upper method. Once it is converted, then it will send back to the client again. So the server writes the data to its socket, server socket, using the method send to, then the modified message and the client address. That's it. Here is the server